Hello, my name is Arnab Rajoudhary. Thank you DataVinci Pvt Limited for shortlisting me and giving me these questions. Today we are going to talk about Google Analytics, how Google Analytics collects data, and how it's processed. Uh, so the questions which are given to me, the first question is, what is the role of cookie in data collection? Um, Whenever we go to a website which uses Google Analytics, uh, it uh, tracking code is embedded in that website, and whenever we visit that website, a cookie is dropped to that browser, which tracks user information like which browser is being used, a certain customer ID number, uh, and which language is that person using, those stuff. For example, uh, let's say we go to bbc.com, as bbc.com uses Google Analytics. So whenever we go to a website, if it runs on Google Analytics, three type of hits happened. One is page view hit, another is event hit, and another is transaction hit. Three type of common hits can happen. So when I loaded this page bbc.com, page view hit happened, and a cookie was dropped to my website that uh, this certain person, certain customer ID, is using Google Chrome and loaded this page. So what is the next question? The next question is, what is the difference between sessions and users? As we were talking previously, whenever I go to a website which uses Google Analytics tracking code, uh, and I load it, a page view hit happens. Okay, and whenever either page view hit or event hit happens, then a session is started. So if I click on this, let's say silver searches, I click on this. Okay, then event hit happens. So whenever I load a certain page, then a page view hit happens, and if I click on certain events there, event hit happens. Okay, and if I'm in a e-commerce site, then if I'm buying something, then a transaction hit happens. Okay, so uh, here we are talking about the sessions. So as I loaded the page, a session was started, and up till 30 minutes the session will last, and it is customizable how much time a session will go on. Okay, but if I load this page and then again if I load another page, let's say Amazon, uh, if I go to Amazon and uh, spend 30 minutes here, and then I go back here and click on something else, then if I click on something, it will register as a event hit, but in two separate sessions, like the page view hit and the event hit will be in two separate sessions, as the session has already been ended, uh, as I was in the Amazon page for 30 minutes, but this time can be adjusted. And whenever a user visits this site, okay, a customer ID, a unique customer ID is given to that person, and if he doesn't remove the cookies and goes to the site over and over again, he will be identified as a returning customer. But if he clears the cookie, he will be identified as a new customer or new user. Okay, and what is the third question? How Google Analytics distinguishes between the new and returning user? I was talking about this only. So when someone visits a website, uh, from the analytics tracking code, uh, certain a, uh, customer identification number is given to that person. So if that person goes to that website from a different browser, or uh, clears his cookie, then a new customer ID will be given to that person. Otherwise, if from the same device a person visits a website, then a same customer ID will be given to that person. Okay. Now the next question is, if you go to a site that has been implemented with Google Analytics at the same time from Google Chrome and Internet Explorer, you will be counted as a single user or a two separate user. As I have discussed, uh, that whenever this customer ID is assigned, okay, uh, if I go to that website from a different uh, browser, like here Internet Explorer, it will be counted, I will be counted as a new customer. Okay. And the last question is, what is session? uh, I have also talked about session because all these things are interrelated. When I was talking about the difference between a session and a user, I have already talked about session. So whenever I go to a website, uh, I uh, either a event hit, or a page view hit, or a transaction hit starts a new session, and it will run up till a certain amount of time. Usually by default it's 30 minutes, but after that time the session will end uh, if there is no other interaction with the page. But if in between the 30 minutes or in between the default time or user set time there is an interaction, then the session will go on, and we will know that how much time that user has interacted with that website. Thank you very much.